everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Weekly Flash for May 12th, 2026. All right, as you all are well aware by now, we lost an exceptional Rotarian in Linda Rocha last week. And I apologize for not putting out a flash last week. Unfortunately, I found out about Linda's passing literally minutes before I normally do it. I would have, honestly, I would have decided not to do it, but the truth is I just forgot. I didn't even remember that I hadn't done it until, I think Thursday. So anyway, apologies for that, but I am back. And yes, we had, for those of you who didn't manage to make it, we had, a makeshift memorial and a time to just come together and to thank Linda for her exceptional service over all these years. And it was a lot, right? And Linda was one of the very first women to join Rotary and worked tirelessly from day one. I mean, I didn't know her back then, but I knew her well enough to know that that's who she is. She put in so much effort into Rotary and to our club. And I mean, the simple fact is she's left some massive shoes to fill in the time to come, because the work continues. Even last week, shortly after her passing, there was adventures in policing on Friday that people had to step in and take over because Linda had been managing that from the beginning. As Glenn had said, though, she's so good at organizing, everything was all ready to go and basically turnkey, so they had no problem doing it. But but that's the impact she had. Like, I don't think this. I'm not just saying this. It's not understating that she had basically a hand in almost everything we did, everything. So if there was ever a time to step up and put your hand up to volunteer, now would be the time, because we're going to be down significantly just from that one loss. So yes, this is the time to step up, and if you want to thank Linda, you could do so by more volunteering. I'm sure she would have loved that. That's her life was very full, but Rotary was a huge part of it. So it's a sad thing to say. And it's somebody who we all very much miss, and also leaves a huge hole in what we do, because she was such a massive part. So we did have, like I said, a makeshift memorial for her on the Thursday meeting. Canceled our original plans, as obviously it wouldn't have been a very great time for someone to come in and present to us. Here's a photo of us toasting Linda. And big thanks to Karen Tomlinson, President Karen Tomlinson of the Pemberton Club, for taking the photo. So she's not in it, but she was behind the camera, and she did something I wouldn't have ever thought of, and she waited patiently and made sure that Linda was in the photo. As you can see, she's in the back joining us all. And with that, I mean, I'll move on, but we've got a lot to do now, because there's just, like I said, a big loss within our club, because she just did so much. So please put up your hand, maybe a little more than you normally do, and come out and join us for a few events. All right, well, moving on into our regular Rotary work, and we do have a lot going on right now, so there's no time to take our foot off the gas pedal. As we speak this week, Victoria Jolly is leading us through another exceptional bike rodeo, and I'll have some photos and things from that for next week, I'm sure. She's really stepped it up. So bike rodeo is always a big event for us. It takes quite a bit because there's multiple events, but she's really stepped up, and so it should be a really incredible time. Hope everybody has fun today. And we also have, on the subject of bikes, the Rebike event is on the 24th. I'll put some information in the email on that. And also we're going to be doing, we postponed our barbecue try run, but we will be doing that on the 30th. Plans are still being formed on that, but it'll probably be kind of an afternoon lunchtime thing at the Legion. They also have the meat draw on that Saturday. So, but I'll be posting a lot more about that here in the near future. Yes, what else to be honest, I mean, I'm just going to keep it short. There's not a lot there's a lot going on, but I'm not, so there'll be emails on everything. this is more about Linda than anything. And you would have all received an email from Brian Finley, which was a social media post that Linda's daughter Marianne put out. It's got a lot of good information. And you know, when we had that meeting on Thursday, we raised about $1,000 to go towards Rotary Foundation, and you can donate to the Rotary Foundation in Linda's honor, and that would be a really great tribute. They don't want food or flowers or anything like that. They would rather it go to Rotary, and I think that's a very, very fitting tribute to Linda. All right, like I said, I'm not going to get into too much more other than that. There's a few things going on, but you can check the calendar, check the emails, and we'll keep you all posted. And yeah, on that note, have a productive week, and we will talk to you soon.